following announcement has been paid for by the WZWA Network.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the WZWA Network, and welcome to my review show here of NXT Worlds Collide 2022 from the Performance Center in Orlando, Florida on August 4th, 2022. So this is an interesting show. Only 2 weeks ago-ish, there was the previous NXT special where obviously Tyler Bate showed up and a few other NXT UK people showed up. So there was going to be a clash coming very, very soon between the two brands as NXT UK is done, son. And it appears at some point next year, they're going to be starting an NXT Europe, which sounds like a bigger deal. So that could be cool. We'll see what happens with that. But I guess they felt maybe the UK version was not maybe drawing the money that they thought it was. So whatever. So I also found it interesting this show was the same day as All Out. So thanks. On my day off from work, what do I have to do? I have to watch 2 wrestling shows and review them both. So it's okay. I've done it before, but it's just like sometimes you get a bit sick and tired of watching so much wrestling, especially when yesterday I had to review the WWE Clash at the Castle with Jooseyboy. So let's crack on with the show, shall we? I'm going to try not use much profanity here because I've been using a lot of it lately, and I feel like it might be affecting the advertisements that we can have on our channel. So I've got to do my best. Okay. NXT North American title. Ricochet challenges the champion Carmelo Hayes with Trick Williams at ringside. First thing I thought is, what is Ricochet doing here? But I guess I haven't been watching the show, so I don't know what the deal is, but I guess he's coming here to help Carmelo out. It was 8 minutes and 15 seconds before we finally got to some action, which is, it's okay. It's not a big deal, but sometimes it's like, you want to get straight into the action. Good start to the match with the cute choreographed spots. Props to these two for their memory and being able to move that quickly throughout that choreography. It's so obvious to me that what's going on here. And this isn't my kind of flavor of match that I like, so I'm going to do my best to not be too nitpicky. Again, fans at ringside, they go to shows holding onto replica titles like the whole show. Why do you do it? If there's anyone out there that's watching this review that does that, please explain, because I just feel like it's annoying having to sit there or stand there holding onto something for several hours on end. I remember once I went to a house party. It was a Viking themed party, and everyone walked in with their shields and swords and their beards and their helmets, and the kitchen, the floor was just covered in shields and swords because no one's going to hold on to them all night. It was just for the entrance. That's what I equate it to. I don't like having things in my hand when I'm trying to like sit there and enjoy a show. But the match was good. I mean, the fans seem to really love it. Another thing I always get a nitpicky with is, when someone's like on their back and the person goes to their legs and grabs their legs and then rolls them and then they roll through onto their feet. I hate that. It's not realistic. I wish people would stop doing it. The crowd really loved that spot where they had 2 stalemates of clotheslines, boom, boom, and then they went opposite sides of the ring, both sprung board back and collided with one another. They went ate poo. I'm trying not to swear over it. And I thought it was nonsense. I hated it. But I get it. There was a fight forever chant. Shut up. Please shut up with that stuff. And now we're doing selling super kicks. Ricochet kicked him right in the face. Carmelo right in the face. And he hit him with a different move. Like Carmelo just hit him with another move. And I was just like, come on, you got kicked in the face, bro. Stop with this. I did laugh at Trick getting wiped out with the baseball slide. And then there's the obligatory who is tougher spot with the back and forth punches and elbows and knees and kicks to the head, and no one's selling, bro. No one is selling. And I get it, okay? I get it. It was a new style of wrestling going on today where, you know, you need a shotgun to beat somebody. I just think that there's a way to go about it that doesn't necessitate no selling big moves and then just suddenly hitting something else after you've just been hit with a big move. But each to their own, okay? The finish was very good. And of course, the right person won. You know, I'm guessing Ricochet's still going to be back on the main roster. And he was just popping in here to do the favor for Carmelo Hayes. Let's move forward. There's a Quincy Elliott promo. I already said how I felt about this character last time, which I just don't get what this is going to be. Because it feels like everyone says the same thing. They're going to change the game. NXT won't ever be the same. I think JD McDonough said that as well. And then he lost to Bron Breakker. Whatever. Like, it's just boring cookie cutter verbiage. And I'm just going to say it, man. Quincy does not look like an athlete at all. When he sat down, you could see those big titties. I mean, I don't know. I don't get it. I just don't. I like the wrestlers to look like athletes, you know? And people can say things like, oh, you know, Mick Foley, still an athlete, bro. Is different though. Like, obviously he's shaped different. Bam Bam Bigelow was shaped different. Hugh Morris was shaped different, but they were solid, you know, and it fit Foley's character. Anyway, let's move forward. Roderick Strong is out cold on the floor of the parking lot. Everyone's surrounding him and they're all talking at the same time. Unrealistic. Wouldn't happen like that. They're all looking at him and talking to him. Like, why would that happen? It's not realistic to real life. I wish someone would go through this shit with a fine-tooth comb. Anyway, trying to stop myself from sneezing. We're getting to the tag title unification match, the NXT UK tag team titles, the NXT tag team titles. Briggs and Jensen are the UK tag team champions somehow. And the Creed brothers are the NXT tag champions. They have Gallus and Pretty Deadly in this four-way elimination tag match. I've been wondering what happened to Lash Legend recently. And this is what they've done with her now. I guess the talk show thing didn't work. Maybe they weren't too happy with her work in the ring. I don't know. Maybe now she's just going to be a manager. So, you know, if all else fails, just stick with a tag team. And I think it's a nice match, I suppose. There's an all-out brawl to begin it, and I kind of feel like it's a shame that these unifications are taking place because I think the UK titles are really nice-looking belts, all of them. Another note that I had here is I hate Pretty Deadly. I hate them. I feel like I've barely seen Briggs and Jensen wrestle. I guess they've been on UK. And if I've seen them on NXT, they've just been doing their, you know, their funny little vignettes. Gallus eliminate Briggs and Jensen, which I thought was good for Gallus to get a victory like that, or at least a pinfall. If someone's checking out this show, they only watch NXT, and they're getting to see these UK people for the first time. You know, it's probably helpful that you would get some of them over in some way. I just thought get Pretty Deadly out of there already as soon as that was over, please. And because I thought the Creeds were surely going to win this. I think Brutus Creed has great fire, and he's an interesting fella to see work. Gallus got eliminated next, which I thought was surprising because I kind of thought it was going to be either them or the Creeds that were going to win this. And I wrote Pretty Deadly, but not freaking win. And I didn't write freaking, I wrote something else. Julius Creed, props to him. Okay, he picks up one of the guys from Pretty Deadly for a suplex, and the guy knees in the head, so he goes down to his knees, and he's still holding the suplex, and then he stood back up. That was a really cool spot. I liked it. I liked it. I liked it. Here comes a ref bump. Pop for it. You know, a brawl from the other two teams coming out with all referees, and they end up squashing the referee ringside. Then Kemp. I can't remember. Damon Kemp? Yeah, I didn't say Sean Kemp this time. Damon Kemp, I think is his name. He turns heel. I saw it coming. When he got in the ring and he speared that guy, I was like, oh, that was cool. But then the way that he stood next to the Creed brother, yeah, I was like, he's going to grab that chair and whack him with it. And then he did. And then Pretty Deadly unified the titles. I hate them. I hate them. Um, so backstage, Tony D'Angelo, hey T, how you freaking doing, Tone? Hey, how you fucking doing, Tone? He's with Stacks. And Cameron Grimes walks past. Oh, Grimy, come over here. I love it. I love it, man. And he offers him a biscuit or whatever, and Grimes says, I'm not hungry. Great stuff. Let's get to the next one. It's the unification match for the NXT UK Women's Championship and the NXT Women's Championship. Meiko Satomura, the UK champ, Mandy Rose, the NXT champ, and Blair Davenport, who has nothing to offer except her shoulders for a pinfall, it seems. Because I wrote, why is somebody without a title in this match? But then again, there were teams in the tag match that didn't have titles either. I don't know. I'm not big on a unification match where someone in the match doesn't have a belt. That's just me. I think unification matches should just be between the two champions. And if someone's going to lose that match, the person who is losing a belt should lose the title, as far as I'm concerned. Although I guess maybe it helps push forward, to a Satomura Mandy Rose match down the line. And I haven't seen Satomura wrestle since she was in the WCW Women's Cruiserweight title tournament in the late 90s. I think she was like 16. I almost said the F word then. I've cut myself off. She was like 16 or something. So she's been going for quite some time. And I thought Blair Davenport was supposed to face Indy Hartwell after that amazing angle where she ripped up the love letter from Dexter Lumis. Oh my God. So the match having begun. Yeah, I'm still writing some notes here. Here we go. Mandy is going to get out of her car in the parking lot. And I knew what was going to happen. She left the door open and she just walked off. And there was a guy standing there, but it didn't look like he was getting in the car to park it for her. No valet in sight. She just left the car in the parking lot with the door open. I found that hilarious. I don't even know if she left the keys in the car. I just think that stuff's funny because people don't do that. And I was also thinking, I really hope Toxic Attraction don't get broken up because of what's been going on lately with Gigi and JC going to the main roster for the women's tag title tournament. So that was one concern. I loved Wade Barrett quoting some AC/DC lyrics. She's a fast machine. She keeps her motor clean. She's the best damn woman that I've ever seen. It's Mandy Rose. I love that, bro. I love that. And you know what? She was looking fine. Fine, fine, bro. Damn. Say what you want. Blair Davenport and Meiko Satomura are clearly the workers in this match, but Mandy is keeping up with them. She has improved so much, and people need to start saying, yes, you know what, Mandy? Props to you, love. You're killing it. Spot of the match was the superplex from Mandy on Blair, which was followed up with Meiko hitting a frog splash for a nice near fall. I loved the finish. Yeah, I thought it was really cool. It looked like it could be anyone's, and then Mandy nailed them both with that running knee. And Satomura fell to the outside, and Mandy got the pin on Blair Davenport to become the unified champion. Good for her. Let's move forward. Interview backstage. Wes Lee, not Wesley. Wes Lee with Foxy Face, Mackenzie Mitchell backstage. I've got some complaints to make. Wes Lee, the verbiage, nobody talks like that. No one talks like that. And why was he standing side by side with her? If you were getting interviewed by someone, you would be looking at them. You wouldn't stand there side by side with them, not looking at them, maybe looking every now. No one does that. This is the thing about wrestling that annoys me, is that they do these things that aren't realistic to real life. And thank God when he walked off, she said, Vic and Wade, back to you. Because once again, I've said it before, I'll say it again. I hate it when someone makes a comment and says, and we'll see what happens next week on NXT. And then they walk off and the interviewer just goes, hate it. Hate it. Love making fun of it though. Okay, we're getting towards the end here, everyone. I've still got like a 10-hour AEW pay-per-view to watch after this, so I got to get through this quick. NXT Women's Tag Team Titles. Doudrop and Nikki A.S.H. From the main roster are coming here to challenge Carter and Chance, the Women's Tag Champs from NXT. I still hate their entrance, man. I hate that song. Oh, I hate it so much. I almost said the F word then. I'm trying really hard. It's difficult. I think Carter and Chance have done a good job with their chemistry as a team. Although a big issue with NXT is it seems pretty clear that most of, if not the whole match is choreographed. It's so obvious. And it's not a big deal. It's really not a big deal, but I don't know. I don't want to feel like I can see it. I don't want to feel like I can see the corporation. That's my problem. I also felt this match didn't really need to be on the show. I'm not sure, but I haven't been watching the weekly TV, so maybe there's something to it. Was very happy to see Toxic Attraction, GT Dolan, and JC Jane get involved in this one, helping the champs retain, thanks to my freaking homegirls, bro. And another thing that I kind of laughed at was about to make an interference and their theme song plays. And again, it's that thing, if this were real, right? They go to the gorilla position and they're not supposed to be there. What happens there? Do they say to the guy who's doing the theme music, play our theme now, we're running out right now. Play our theme. And the guy goes, okay. And off they go. And they're not supposed to do it. Referees want to stop them from interfering and all this stuff. And it's like, who was the guy that played the theme song and let them go out there to their theme? I don't know. I think if you're going to do interferences, I don't think someone's theme song should play because it's not planned. It's not a planned thing. You know, if this were real, that's not something that would happen. So it's nitpicking, but you know, I'm big on realism. So yeah, big win for the ladies, and hopefully, you know, they can rebuild the division again once Toxic Attraction are gone. We'll see what happens. I just feel like sometimes those NXT Women's Tag titles they're lacking in teams there. So whatever. Grayson Waller's backstage, talks to two guys. One guy with a weird eye appeared to have a lot of an eye for detail. Likes to cross his T's and dot his lowercase J's. So he walks away from that situation, which I didn't understand what was going on. And then Mackenzie walks over to him, and the way he rolled his eyes, like, oh, leave me alone. Like she's been looking for him to ask him this question. And she just bothers him about some eye rake that, I don't know, he did on Apollo Crews or something like that. He continues on with a great promo. He's very dislikable. Good work, mate. Grayson Waller is definitely going to be a guy for the future. I just feel like they haven't given him a solid angle since the LA Knight thing. So maybe he's working with Apollo Crews now, which, you know, I'm sure Grayson will hopefully make him somewhat interesting on some level. I like the shot of Wade and Vic standing at the ringside, looking to the camera, talking about what's going on or what's coming up next. That's nice. Reminds me of like that tight shot you get on Nitro with Shivani or whatever. Let's get to the main event of the evening. It is the big unification match, NXT UK Championship against the NXT Championship. That's Tyler Bate, the UK champ, against Bron Breakker, the NXT champ. All right. I love that before the match began, they're backstage, you know, get themselves all ready, and their title belt is presented so nicely, like mine is in the background here. Maybe I'm a mark too. But everyone looks like a mark when you do that stuff. But I get it. I get it. I thought Bron's definitely winning this. There's no way these UK people, UK NXT UK people are walking out of this with their belts. At least the singles titles, anyway. Did you hear that Bron Breakker and Corey Jade are dating? That was an interesting duo. Bron Breakker, indeed. That's messed up. The shit with Bate walking around backstage before the match was pretty cool. With I just said the S word. Oh well, it's only one thing. Seeing the former champions on the wall as he's walking down. I thought that was a really nice touch, very like a film almost. So that was cool. Tyler Two Belts chant, and I was like, other fans start to get a little bit bored of Bron, because he has been on quite the run. So I just thought that was interesting. Great stalemate to start things off. I thought that was really a really nice touch between the two of them. They're kind of figuring each other's style out, and I just thought that was a cool stalemate, especially after Bron he started smiling after Tyler really twisted him around with the technical wrestling. It showed a great story of great competition. This is psychology, everybody. People might blow their proverbial load over Ricochet and Carmelo Hayes, but I felt like that there was no psychology there. It was just people hitting moves on each other over and over again and no selling stuff. That's not for me. I like stuff like this because, Tyler Bate's a smaller guy. Tyler Bate did a dive in this match, but none of the stuff that he did bothered me at all because everything was in the realm of realism. Yeah, and of course, the great psychology showing how Tyler Bate, after that great dive, he was trying to get the advantage back over on Bron with the quickness factor because he probably had a slight edge in that department than Bron. Bate catching Bron from that Hurricane Runner into that sit-down powerbomb was really sick. Crowd came unglued for it. Then there's a crowd split, which is fine in this instance because they're both baby faces. It's cool. I dislike it when there's a heel, and I've said it before. I just don't like it when the fans go for the heels sometimes. Great false finish with that Tyler Driver 97. And then that came into this final transition of who's going to win this thing. It was anybody's once again. So great transitions toward the end there. That victory roll into it just went. So many different things happen where this person could have won, this person could have won, and out of the blue, right there, Tyler Bate turns around into a wicked spear from Bron Breakker and just Jesus, bro, it was wild. They killed it, man. These two killed it, and I think third best match of the weekend so far. I think Drew and Reigns and Gunther and Sheamus from Clash at the Castle, they're interchangeable. Either one of them could have been the best match of the weekend so far. This is right up there, though. What a great way to end the show here for NXT Worlds Collide. Congratulations to both brands on a great show. And good luck to everyone from NXT UK in the future. Hopefully you find a nice place somewhere in NXT or on the main roster. We'll see how it goes, and we'll see what happens when this NXT Europe takes place. I don't know what the deal is with that, but we will see. Time to get my rating out of 10 for this show, NXT Worlds Collide. I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. That might seem a bit low, but it was good. It was good, but it was good. Okay, I'm just going to say it was good. It didn't blow my mind. It was a standard NXT special. So, and I wasn't offended by it. I enjoyed especially the main event and of course Mandy Rose and Toxic. All right, that's it. That's the end of my review here, everyone. I've got to watch AEW now. Great. Oh, it's gonna be so long, and I have to watch the pre-show as well. Thank you all out there for checking out this review show here of NXT Worlds Collide. I'm Karlifornia. This is the WZWA Network, and we will see you down the flippin' road.
WZWA Network, that's the way we like. Good God Almighty. WZWA Network, that's the way we like. Get puppies. WZWA Network, that's the way we like. Get.
The following announcement has been paid for by the WZWA Network.